Do you guys remember how the Xbox 360 was the cool console? Casuals and hardcore gamers loved the Xbox 360. They loved Halo 3, Halo 4. They loved Gears of War. Just the Xbox 360 was that cool console, man. The casuals said, yo, this is the console we want to rock with this generation. We want to play our Call of Duty, our 2K, our Madden. The Xbox 360 was that console. But during the Xbox One generation, it wasn't cool to have an Xbox anymore. People literally question you, why did you choose an Xbox One over a PS4? That has happened to me. I remember going to a GameStop and the guy was like, yo, you got an Xbox over a PS4? Like, damn near laughed at me. True story, man. That's just how it was last generation. But I'm noticing early in this generation, the PS5, Xbox Series generation, the Xbox seems to be kind of cool again. Like, it's cool to have an Xbox. Now, don't get me wrong, the PS5 is a cool system also. But people are buying Xboxes and they're enjoying Xboxes. People aren't questioning you like, why would you choose an Xbox Series over a PS5? You're not hearing that besides from the ponies, the hardcore PlayStation fanboys. But people are like, yo, the Xbox is a cool console. How has Xbox achieved this just in one generation? From the Xbox One generation. And don't get me wrong, I loved my Xbox One. But early in the Xbox One generation, people would laugh at you and question you, why would you choose the Xbox One over the PS4? But just in one generation, Xbox has changed the perception of the Xbox brand. Look, we know damn well that the PS5 is selling well, but the Xbox Series is also selling well. It's selling well, coming off of last generation and not having many AAA first-party games. Halo Infinite, I think, is a great game, but people are complaining about Halo Infinite on a regular basis. There's no content. 343, they need to be destroyed. There's no content. But yet and still, people are still buying Xbox Series. I love it. You know, Xbox dropped their earnings report. Their gaming revenue declined 7%. Content and services was down 6%. Hardware sales dipped 11%. And when this news dropped, PlayStation fanboys loved it. They were posting it all over Twitter. I had some PlayStation fanboys DM me this shit. Like, look at this dirt. But little did these pieces of shit know that Xbox still had its best fiscal year in terms of revenue, landing at $16.2 billion. Look, man, some numbers were down, but Xbox is still doing tremendous. They're doing great. So yes, Phil Spencer and the crew has changed people's perception of Xbox. It's cool to have an Xbox again. It is. You know, Satya Nadella, he had some comments about Xbox fiscal quarter 4 2022. He said Xbox market leader for next gen consoles in North America for 3 quarters in a row. Xbox has been the market leader for next gen consoles in North America for 3 quarters in a row. Let that sink in. Now, of course, we're going to hear shortage issues. Yes. Look, I got to be honest with you guys. PS5 stock issues are absolutely real. But there's no retailers putting a gun to people's head making them buy your damn Xbox Series. Last generation, if people went to a store to get a PS4 and they didn't have any more PS4s, they were sold out, those people would look, you know what? Can you check another store for me? Can you check another Best Buy? Can you check another GameStop? Those peoples didn't buy Xbox Ones last generation. They kept on looking until they found the PS4. But this generation, people are buying Xboxes. You know why? Because they want to. They want to buy an Xbox. Like I said, people aren't putting the damn customer in a chokehold like, yo, you son of a bitch, you better buy these Xboxes. No, people are choosing to buy Xboxes. That just goes to show you how this is an Xbox brand that nobody saw coming this generation, including myself. I knew Xbox would be better than the Xbox One generation. Of course, you knew that when you saw some of the moves Phil Spencer and his team was making when they were acquiring studios. But I had no damn idea, no clue that they will be buying ZeniMax, that they will be buying Activision Blizzard, that they're doing all of these great things and that's catching people's attention. The Xbox Series S was a brilliant move. Absolutely brilliant. Just imagine this fall when that thing drops to $250 or hell, even $200. It's going to sell like crazy. Who would have thought the Xbox would be selling decent in Japan? Xbox One generation, there were literally months where Xbox One would sell 14 to 15 consoles in an entire month. Now it seems like Xbox is selling at least 8,000 a week in Japan. I know those numbers are still small, but like I mentioned, coming off the Xbox One generation, that's pretty impressive. And they're doing this, and I'm just in awe of some of the things Xbox has done with the Xbox brand. Look, it's so funny because PlayStation fanboys would never admit it. They would never admit it. But this Xbox, this brand new regime of Xbox, they're a threat. They're a threat. And Sony knows that. Look at the moves Sony is making. They understand they have great single player games, but they're a little behind on some of the other genres in gaming. They're behind on the live service games. They're behind on the multiplayer games. That's something Xbox has been doing for years. But yes, Xbox is kind of behind on their games, but we know they have tons of games in development. So I just really want to do this video because it's amazing to me that, man, the Xbox brand is cool again, y'all. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I loved my Xbox One. I did love my Xbox One. I loved it. But early in that generation, man, man, like even on social media, when you would do a pro Xbox video, you would get tons of dislikes. When you would just say anything positive about Xbox, you would get tons of dislikes. Even social media, the actual media themselves, IGN would bash Xbox. Everybody would bash Xbox. But that shit is in the past. And look at Xbox now. Look, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.